Hi! So I wanted to do a chatty Christmas video, so I'm just going to talk to you all about what I'm doing this year for Christmas, what I used to do when I was younger, and like some memories and traditions and things from when I was a kid. And I've also got a bunch of old photos as well, which I will show you. So yeah, to start off with, my plans for Christmas this year. Normally we would start off at our flat, opening our presents, doing breakfast, and then we'll drive to like my family or Blair's family, do like presents and lunch with them, and then come back to ours kind of late evening, and then have the rest of the evening just the two of us. Because this is our first Christmas as a married couple, we've decided to just have the whole day to ourselves. So we're having just the two of us at our flat, and we've ordered some food from M&S. We're just gonna take the whole day at our own pace, sit about in pyjamas, and yeah, it's gonna be really relaxing, and I'm really looking forward to it because we've never done that before. It will be quite strange not seeing family on Christmas Day because, you know, I've done that every other year, but it's going to be nice to kind of just have one, just the two of us. And when I think back to what Christmases were like when I was younger, I think one of the main things that's different now is that there's much more of a build up to Christmas when you're younger. So when I think back to like being in primary school and high school, there's so many Christmassy things that happen through school. So you'll have like your carol concert. I remember in primary school we had like the Christmas book fair, and like the last week or so of school just seems like a total skive. You're doing like crafty things to do with Christmas, and like the last day of school you basically just bring games in and play games. Whereas now, like at work, the last sort of week or two before Christmas is just manically busy because we're trying to get all of the strategies done for next year. We've got loads of reports to get out. So it's kind of a complete opposite to what it was like at school. Everything just kind of quietened down just before Christmas, and now I'm like everything's ramping up just before Christmas. But I think it kind of makes the Christmas break even more exciting because it's like you've had all that, you know, crazy busyness, and then you just get to chill out for 2 weeks basically for Christmas, which I'm really looking forward to. So another thing in the lead up to Christmas is always Christmas parties. So I remember when I was in primary school, generally that happened sort of in the afternoon, so you'd go in have a normal day, and then you would have like after lunchtime you would get dressed up and you'd have your party. And then at high school it was always in the evening. I think they always used to be like Thursday nights, because I remember the last one that I had, so when I was in 6th year, we had like the Christmas party at school where there was like a ceilidh and stuff, and then we all went back to my friend Jacqueline's house and had a house party, and it was amazing. Like almost everyone from the whole year was there, and we're up like all night basically, and got up and went to school the next day. And I remember like that was like the last day of school, so not very much was happening. And I remember that we all just then went back to Jacqueline's after school finished at lunchtime, because in Scotland, or at least in East Lothian anyway, you get half day on a Friday, so we were only in until like 12:30. And then we basically just all went back to Jacqueline's again and continued the party for the rest of Friday. And I just remember it being so much fun. It was a really good day. Now that I am in full-time employment, I have like work Christmas parties. So I've had quite a few good parties. The company I worked for before this, they always went like really OTT at Christmas. So the owner lived in a castle, so we had a couple of parties where we basically went to their house and had like this amazing party at the castle. The company that I'm at now, I'm in the team that organises the Christmas party, so it's quite fun being like in charge of deciding where we're going to go. And this year, it's next weekend actually is our party, so I'm looking forward to it. It's at Surgeons Hall in Edinburgh, having casino tables after the meal, and we get to go on like a tour of the museum and stuff, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually going to do like a get ready with me video for that party, which will go up kind of just a couple of days before Christmas. So if you'd like to see that, then come back onto my channel for that. Yeah, another thing obviously in the run up to Christmas is putting up the Christmas tree. As you can see, I've got mine up behind me. And when I was younger, it was always kind of like a family task. So we would all kind of get the tree down together from the attic. We always just had fake trees. I've never ever had a real tree. And we'd like put the tree up together and have like Christmas music on and stuff. And I distinctly remember that one year I came home from school, and as a surprise my mum had put up the tree. And not only had she put up the tree without us, but it was in a different place than normal, and I just was not happy at all. I remember just being like genuinely devastated that she'd ruined Christmas because I didn't get to put up a tree and it wasn't in the same place as usual. I'm one of those people, I don't really like change very much. In fact, the tree at the moment in our flat is in a different place than normal. It makes me feel a bit uneasy. So I am really tempted. Tonight Blair's out at his work Christmas party, and I'm really tempted to move the tree back to where it normally is. It was my idea to put it here, but yeah, I'm really tempted to just move it back because There's just something that doesn't feel right about it. Like, it's not in the place it normally is. It's just making me feel weird. So yeah, that's kind of like the build up to Christmas. Then obviously Christmas Eve is like the first proper Christmassy day. And when I lived at home, we had a couple of traditions that we'd always do. So me and my sister always got new pyjamas on Christmas Eve. And we'd always be like wrapped up outside our bedroom door like at some point in the day, and you'd be like, oh, we've got our new jammies. And generally they would be like matching or, you know, coordinating pyjamas so that we looked quite similar. And then we'd always watch a film, like a Christmassy film, on Christmas Eve and have like our snacks out. And once I got over like 14, I would have like a Bacardi Breezer, and we'd just all sit together and watch the film. And then what we would do is we'd put up our stockings and we would take pictures in front of the stockings. And actually we did this every single year, even until I think I was in my early 20s, like when I'd come home from uni to stay at home over Christmas. And I've got an album here which has all of the different photos. So you can see it starts out with like just me, and the stockings actually were knitted by my granny, and we've still got them now. I still use this stocking on Christmas Day. So that's like my first ever Christmas. And then like it goes along, and I'm getting a little bit older, and then my sister comes along, and then yeah, we just basically get pictures taken together every single Christmas. Some very, very unattractive moments from my past here. But yeah, it goes all the way up to this one here, which I think is like 2004 or something. So I'm like 19, 20. But yeah, it's nice having those memories there. Another thing that I generally did on Christmas Eve was always watch the Father Ted Christmas special. I don't know if it still is now, but it used to like basically always be on Channel 4 on Christmas Eve. So hopefully it's on this year, because I still love watching it. I still find it hilarious. So Christmas Day, we weren't one of those families that got up really, really early. Generally the night before, we would kind of ask our mum and dad, be like, what time can we get up? What's the earliest we can get up? And it was normally like 8 o'clock we would head down. And generally we would have like one big present each. And I don't mean like big as in really expensive, I just mean like one kind of central present, and then like other stuff as well. So again, we generally got things that were sort of matching. So I remember one year we both got like buggies with dolls in them. We got... Did we get bikes one year? Possibly. Oh, we got desks one year. So we got like a desk each, and then we had like books and stuff that came with it. And I remember one year, so we didn't have like a big present, we just had like normal presents. And as we were opening them up, we got like some computer games, and at that point we had an Atari. And I was opening the presents, and I'd be like, oh yeah, it's this game. And then I was like, oh, but it's for the PC. And my mum was just like, oh, is it? Oh, I've got the wrong thing. Oh, sorry, we'll need to swap it. And I was like, okay. And I remember just sort of being like, oh, that's okay, but really inside thinking, you idiot. And this happened about 4 times. Like my sister and me would both find like a game, and it would be a PC game and not an Atari game. And we're just kind of like, oh, okay, right, we're gonna have to swap these now. Like, there goes us playing with these games on Christmas Day. And then once all the presents are open, we get told to go into the hall, and in the hallway is a PC. So we'd been tricked. There was actually a PC, and it meant we could play our new games. And that, again, that was another tradition, that we would generally always play the games that we'd got. In fact, I've got a picture here of the family all playing Donuters, which is a classic 90s board game. Some good shell suits going on in that picture as well. And I think I've got some other pictures that I had on my computer of us playing other board games and stuff when we were younger, so I'll put that in. But yeah, so we would generally play some games. My mum would be off in the kitchen making dinner, and then we would have our lunch probably about 4 o'clock-ish. Well, actually before that we would have like our grandparents would usually come and visit, but for the actual meal we generally just had like the 4 of us that would have our dinner. And we'd have our meal about 4 o'clock, and normally we'd have in the background whatever the main film that was on TV at that point, so some sort of Disney film generally. Actually I've got a picture of us at the dinner table one year. My sister is wearing the least Christmassy outfit I've ever seen. She basically looks like she's in Ibiza. I wasn't sure if this was Christmas at first, and then I was like, no, that is crackers on the table, it has to be Christmas Day. But absolutely none of us look like we're dressed for Christmas. We've had some years where both me and my sister have brought like our partners. So I brought Blair, and then my sister brought her boyfriend Andy, and the kitchen is not big enough to have all 6 of us eating there, so my mum has borrowed like trestle tables from her work with like varying sizes of chairs, which is kind of like your classic Christmas thing, isn't it, where like nobody has a table big enough for like a huge big group of people at Christmas, so there's always people sitting on odd chairs. And actually last year we had Christmas dinner at our flat, and my mum and dad came around here, and we have like a little foldy dining table that kind of sits in this sort of kitchen slash living room area, and so we moved that out into the middle of the room last year, but it was basically taking up like the entire room. I'm not sure what we're going to do this year actually. I think we might just sit at our normal like dining table area in the kitchen, or we might go all out and push it back through here again so it feels like it's something a bit special. But yeah, that's kind of like what my traditional Christmas used to look like. The rest of the afternoon was generally just sitting in front of the TV, eating chocolates, and that's pretty much what I'll be doing this year as well. I'm just planning on chilling out the entire day. Blair doesn't know this, but I've actually bought us matching Fair Isle onesies that we'll be wearing on Christmas Day. I'm just gonna sit around, eat food, watch TV, just kind of generally chill out, and I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about my past Christmases, and let me know in the comments if you've got any kind of things that you always do at Christmas, or if there's anything that I've said that you also do, let me know. I know that like it was only a couple of years ago that I realised other people do the new pyjamas on Christmas Eve thing. I always thought it was like only our family that did it, and then I saw lots of people talking about it and I was like, oh, is that just like a normal thing that everyone buys new pyjamas for Christmas? But yeah, thank you for watching. I think I am actually going to move the tree now. Yeah, I just can't really deal with it being in this position. And I'm also going to put a Christmas film on the background because we were in HMV today and I bought Elf and Nightmare Before Christmas because I realised that Netflix has shit all Christmas films. It has Home Alone, which I already have, and then it's got just loads of crap films that have the word Christmas in the title. Just not good enough, so I'm going to put on a Christmas film and I'm going to move the living room around. So that'll be in my weekly vlog actually, so by the time this goes up that vlog will already be up, so I'll link that below if you'd like to see me change around the living room. But thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Have a nice Christmas if you celebrate it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!